So today, about our wealth strategy, I have a different topic for you. I'm going to talk to you about the Access Club. That's the topic for today about our wealth strategy. So what is the Access Club? You see it behind me. I've talked about it many times. Maybe you are already a member. Some of you are already members. Others are not. Others just heard about it. But what is this Access Club? All right. Well, the Access Club, it's a business club for investors who want to accelerate their prosperity and build wealth. Okay, it's an investors club for people who want to start really developing their wealth, build their portfolios. Okay, so it's all about business knowledge. All right, business knowledge is really important. It's to understand how businesses work, and businesses take many shapes and forms, and we're going to go through all of them. Not all of them, but many of them, because there are so many businesses. We can't go through all of them, but there are some fundamentals that need to be looked at, to be taken care of. Okay. Then we have our. It's also about financial intelligence. I've spoken about this before. But the Access Club is really all about financial intelligence. It's about developing your financial intelligence, your financial literacy, so that you are fluent when you're talking. You understand, for instance, that doctors speak a certain language. You go to the doctor and they tell you, look, this is your blood pressure, your cholesterol level or something. And if you're not familiar with that, you don't understand what they're talking. Okay, and the same thing with a lawyer. The lawyer will use certain terms that, if you're not familiar with them, you have a very hard time to understand what they're talking about. Okay, in finance, it's exactly the same. Okay, in business is exactly the same. So it's really about this financial intelligence. Is all about literacy, about understanding this language, then start using it, implementing it, and get the money to work for you. All right. So that's what we do. That's at the Access Club. That's what it's all about. It's about three essential pillars, if you want, which are building wealth, accelerating prosperity, and diversifying investments. So when we talk about building wealth, what are we talking about? We're talking about starting an investment portfolio that is diversified by asset classes, and then in each class you are also diversified, because you are investing in different projects, in different businesses, in different making different investments within the same class, but you have several investment classes. Okay, so it's also an opportunity for you to network, an opportunity to talk to other people and to get to know other people that are also members of the Access Club, and that they share the same goals, they share the same vision about life, and they want the same things. So when we join and we are together, well, we go much further. Okay, and we become much stronger, because we're not fighting on our own. We are part of a community, an international community, and so on. Okay, so the Access Club is all about building wealth. It's about accelerating prosperity, because once this is implemented, you will see that your prosperity will start to increase at a faster pace, a faster rate. Okay, and then diversify your investments. All right, so as I mentioned, you will have different asset classes, and we're going to go into them in just a moment. And within each class, you have different investments. So you have a wide range of investments, and you are properly diversified. You have a robust investment portfolio, and focusing on the short-term returns, mid-term returns, and long-term returns, okay, with different degrees in risk. All right, so that's the thing. The Access Club is also all about access. I mean, certain types of investments are impossible to get into. You forget about it. You're gonna find them. You're not gonna get there. I mean, it's just not feasible. It's not possible. So the Access Club gives you access to certain types of investments that you otherwise would not be able to participate in. But not only that, but also with the fact that you will be investing as a professional investor. So not only will you have access to these types of investments, but you will invest in the same terms as professional investors, experienced investors would do, with different protection mechanisms in place, with different circumstances. So all this will be available to the Access Club members, okay? It's also an opportunity to learn. You have access to learning how it works, how this is done, all right? It's not a simple process. It's not easy, okay? It's fairly complex. There's a lot of work involved in it, and it's a process. And we give you access not only to participate in it, but to learn how that is done. Okay? All right. So then, what are the asset classes that we talk about? We have private equity within the startup world. So the startup the risk is huge. So we have to be careful with that. We have a lot of protection mechanisms to put in place, but not only that, but we also have the many, even with protection mechanisms, many fail. So we are aware of that, and we protect against that as much as possible. That it's a long journey. You can think of 10 years, but when it works, most don't, but some do. And when those work, I mean, the returns are absolutely, or can be absolutely, mind-boggling. Okay, so we have the startups, we have the real estate, which is immediate cash within the short term. In a couple of months, you can be receiving money, and of course, with a much lower risk. The returns are also lower, but the risk is very, very low. Then you have your energy, with the possibility to access investments that, I mean, really tough to invest in. I mean, for instance, at the energy, to be able to invest directly in some oil wells. I mean, that's not commonly available, with huge returns. Okay, and cryptocurrencies. That's with a partnership with, so you can access the Crypto Academy, where you will learn all about crypto trading, opening accounts, buying and selling, investing, which not, etc., etc., etc. So this is all about the Access Club and much more. But in a nutshell, you understand now what we do at the Access Club. And that's what I wanted to share with you today.